This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 143 of Horse Tip Daily, a different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's topic is sponsored by Eco Gold, high-performance products for the ultimate in comfort and protection for your horse. Enjoy today's tip. I am Glenn the Geek from Lexington, Kentucky, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily. Well, today we have back with us a good friend of the Horse Radio Network and somebody that I do enjoy speaking with every time we have him on, and that's Craig Thompson, who's an international eventer and clinician. He's well known for his teaching abilities and his loyal following of students. Craig has been on with us a number of times before, and you can listen to all of his past tips by going to horsetipdaily.com, and on the left-hand side, you'll see an experts drop-down menu. Just choose Craig Thompson, and you'll find a list of all of his past tips. You can take a listen to them all at once if you like. We're going to get to Craig in just a minute, but first we have to speak about our good friends up there in Canada at Eco Gold. Eco Gold has high-performance saddle pads and horse boots that are non-slip, 100% breathable, and the ultimate in comfort and protection for your horse. This is a great company, people. I'd really love you to check out their products. They're made with high-tech materials and a state-of-the-art design. Eco Gold's innovative products are the choice of top riders like Philip Dutton, McLean Ward, Ashley Holzer, Karen O'Connor, Boyd Martin, and Jessica Phoenix. You know, they have some great products at Eco Gold. They also have a really neat website that you'll want to check out at Eco, that's ECOGOLD, ecogold.ca, not .com, .ca for Canada. So check out all the great products, the high-performance pads and boots and how they're made. They just have a great website that tells you a lot about the high quality that goes into their products at Eco Gold. So check them out at ecogold.ca. Now let's get to Craig Thompson. Well, hi, Craig. Welcome back to Horse Tip Daily. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
It's always a pleasure to be on the show, Glenn.
And, you know, your tips are being very well received. I just want to remind people they can go to Horse Tip Daily and they can search under your name and find all of your tips in one place. We've done many of them now, and they've all been great. You've done a little bit of training in psychology and a little bit of everything, which is why I like your tips, because we do cover a little bit of everything.
Well, I'm a generalist by nature. So we can cover a broad variety.
Does that mean we're not good at anything in particular, Craig? Or
well, I was hoping you wouldn't point that out.
So what do you have today?
Well, I just wanted to touch on the idea or the suggestion that riders really need to be confident enough at competitions to try to walk the cross-country course with an experienced rider. You know, if they don't have a coach, or even if they have a coach but their coach isn't at the event, don't be shy about, seeing a rider that you respect or that you think does a good job and saying, hey, can I come along and, when you walk the course? I can't think of certainly any professional rider who would ever say no. And I can, for myself, I'm always happy to try to tell somebody, tell another rider how I think the water jump is going to work or what the right option is, at a certain exercise. And there's just, there's so much to be learned from picking other people's brains. And walking around the cross-country course is one of those opportunities. A rider shouldn't think that just because a more experienced rider or somebody else's coach doesn't know them and their horse that they won't have good input. And I think that's true at every level, too. I think that's true at the novice level. I think it's true at the advanced level. I can certainly say at the advanced level, when we're riding around in the warm-up, most of us are all saying to each other, well, what are you going to do at 4? Or how are you going to ride number 12? And just that back-and-forth exchange of knowledge and information, I think, is so useful.
I think what you said too, especially at the lower levels, you see all the kids walking around the cross country courses together, and they're all at about the same level, and there's nobody really there with them that is at a higher level or coach. And at that point, at that level where we're down in the lower levels like that, it's not difficult to hook up with somebody that does have their coach and just listen to what the coach is telling that rider.
Exactly.
Worst case scenario, they're not talking to you, but you're hearing the input that they're giving to them, which is going to be very similar to what you need to do over that jump. So
that's exactly right.
It's better than nothing.
And I think you can start to learn, what do other riders look for, when they walk a course? What things do they think about, And certainly, each competition might have something that we're trying to focus on a little differently. Maybe we want to try to ride softer into the water, or maybe it never occurred to us, where the line from fence 3 to 4 really is. But these are all things that if we can just rub up against some people who have more experience, some of that will rub off. I think it's a huge first step, and I also think for a rider who is considering taking lessons from somebody else that they've never ridden with before, what a great way to introduce, yourself to somebody else. What a great way to find out about how that other rider or coach thinks about the questions that cross-country presents.
Well, that's great. I think it's a wonderful tip, and having walked many, many, many cross-country courses with my wife over the years, I think it's very important.
Well, there's no
because I certainly couldn't help her much.
And at most events, there is somebody there who's more experienced than we are. Ask them what they think.
Yeah, and you're right. It even works for you guys because I've obviously been around, at Rolex and listened to all of you talking to each other. And, it is amazing. The sport of eventing, I think, is a little bit different that way in that you do listen to each other, help each other, more than I would say in some of the other disciplines. It's a tough business riding cross country, and we need to be there for each other. And most of us, when we do come off of cross country, we'll walk back through the warm up, and if somebody says, "Hey, how'd it go?" You can say, "Well, I got 3 strides at the bank instead of 4. I think it's riding like this," or "The sun's a bit of a problem at fence 7." And we as riders have to be confident enough that we can ask other riders questions. There's nothing wrong with that. No need to be shy. Well, I agree. I think it's great, and I think it's one of the things that makes eventing pretty unique. In that, and you're also just all trying to stay safe, and no rider wants to see another rider hurt out there either. So
that's exactly right. I think we all want to see everybody be successful.
Yeah. Basically in eventing, you're just trying to stay alive through the next show. So, well, we've been spending a lot more time talking to endurance riders because of the World Equestrian Games, yep. And there's another amazing group who are as down to earth and will help each other out of necessity, just as much as the eventers will. I have to give them credit because they'll stop on the course and risk their own times to help another rider in trouble. It's
well, that's nice to hear, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it does happen, and very impressed with that. So, all right, great, Craig. Where can people find out more about you?
Well, they can always visit our website, CraigThompsonEventing.com, or they can find me through the Professional Riders Organization at professionalriders.org.
Great, Craig. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Glenn.
Well, thanks again to Craig for joining us today. We do appreciate him coming back on so often. He's been a great help, and I think that you can get a lot out of his tips, whether you're an eventer or not. You can also drop me an email if you'd like to hear some different kinds of things, or you have an expert in mind that you'd love to hear on the show. Just drop me an email at glenn@horseradionetwork.com. And don't forget to check out all the other great shows on the network at horseradionetwork.com. Well, I'll be back again on Monday with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, stay safe, everyone.